Get ready for the dictation. Start. Mr. Speaker, sir, extension of the period of maintenance of Internal Security Act is going to give comfort to those persons who want to carry forward the economic programs of the government. In a country which is faced with attacks from right reactionary and fascist forces, maintenance of Internal Security Act is a boon to us because it is the iron rod which a ringmaster uses to control a tiger. Government is the ringmaster and it is controlling the fascist and right reactionary forces with this rod. In a socialist country where the people think of equality, where the people think of socialism, and where the people think of having a welfare society, there has also to be control on these forces by means of government orders. We have enjoyed unlimited democracy during the last 50 years. Students, teachers, lawyers, businessmen and everybody else thought that each was enjoying his liberty to a vast extent in this period of restraint. This period of 1 year may have been an era of restraint or may have been an era of discipline, but we have to discipline every type of person who is interested in sabotaging our sense of discipline. In this year of discipline, prices have been controlled and inflation has been controlled through disciplinary and educative measures. Big business has been controlled to the extent that they have now agreed to the dictates of government. Smuggling has been checked to a great extent and smugglers who are operating from certain Arab countries are so much restrained in their activities and so much frustrated that they think that they are probably doomed. During my tour of Arab countries, various people told me that the earlier period in India has curbed to a large extent the movements of the smugglers in these Arab countries. Bad characters also have been hauled up. In the streets of Delhi, it was impossible for women to move about after 9 o'clock in the night, but it is now safe. A police officer told me that 2 years ago it was so difficult for the people to move about in the streets, but it is now calm because bad characters have been hauled up. But at the same time, I must give a cautious warning to the administration. The government had given instructions to police officers and other officials that the maintenance of Internal Security Act should not be used recklessly. In certain cases, instead of the maintenance of Internal Security Act being used against persons who are anti-national, who are anti-social, and who want to curb our democracy, it is being used for vengeance against certain persons. I have seen this in my state of Orissa and I pointed this out last time also. But of course, there has been caution for the central government to the chief ministers that this act should be used only against persons who are against the implementation of the economic programs and who are against the democratic spirit that has been unleashed by the government during the off emergency. The manipulation of foreign exchange by smugglers has been curbed to a large extent by the maintenance of Internal Security Act, and because of the act there are more than 1,000 people behind the prison bars today who had tried to smuggle out our money into other countries. While concluding, I will make another fervent appeal to the Home Minister. There are many persons suffering under maintenance of Internal Security Act. There are helpless and poor people who have been sent to prison mainly because of personal vengeance of certain police officers, and their families are in a ruining condition. The Kerala government have decided to give between rupees 50 and rupees 150 to them. Their children have not made any mistake. Their wives have not made any mistake. Their wives have not made any mistake. It is the husbands who may have done any mistake. Therefore, while congratulating the Kerala government, I would request that the Home Ministry, which has the power to review cases, may undertake a review, and if they feel in their discretion that there are cases where help is necessary, they may, by using their discretion, by their sympathetic consideration, try to help such families. I support this move by the Honorable Minister of Home, and I hope that the Maintenance of Internal Security Act will be utilized in the best possible manner against the economic offenders and against those who want to subvert our economic and danger our progress and the implementation of the other economic programs. I think the Home Minister will agree that there have been malafide arrests by over-enthusiastic officers or by certain officers just to take revenge for some old personal grievances. I would suggest that the advisory committee under the chairmanship of the Chief Minister of the state may get the cases of those who have been recommended by members of parliament be examined by an independent and impartial officer of the central government without believing in the police reports which have been falsely made, and then decide the cases stop.